7 brave young women are sent into the evil forest to look for a special item that will save the future of their land, and only one of them makes it back. The question is why? Why is she the one to make it back? Well, the answer to that question is the reason why this movie is the greatest piece of cinema to ever come out of the great nation of Nigeria and Nollywood. And just like the government has said to the economy and your dreams and hopes of becoming anybody in life as a human being, let me break it down for you. So this movie is called Egg of Life, or as Ghanaians to call it, life, because egg is life. Okay, we don't give a fuck what anybody says. Eggs always slap with anything. I'm shooting this in the night, but in the morning I'm going to buy some eggs and eat. It slaps. And I spoke about this movie briefly in an old video I made about the golden age of Nollywood. You can check it out. It's probably to come out over here. You can watch it after I finish watching this video. Now, out of all the Evil Forest movies, none of them did it better than Egg of Life. Like, the movie came out in 2003 and immediately it was a big hit. It was a masterpiece. Everybody loved this movie. It was everywhere. Everybody had watched Egg of Life because this movie is great. It was a masterclass in great writing, and most of all, my favorite part were the characters. But before we dive deep into these female characters and warriors, let me break down the story for you. So far away in the fictional kingdom of Umuago, there's one big problem. The king has been impotent for 9 years.
The royal household have waited for this moment. For 9 years, the queen remained fruitless.
And is finally having a child. Now, I know they don't say that he's impotent, but like 9 years. Like, come on. Usually it would be that he's having only daughters, and so he needs a son to be the heir to the throne, but no children at all. I think you need to get checked with the village fertility doctor.
Be patient.
Yes, I know, but this is taking too long.
But finally the gods have blessed him with a son, quite literally, because we will soon find out that the son is an Ogbanje. Oh, no. Now the concept of Ogbanje is something that exists in many African tribes. It's used to describe children who keep dying at a very young age. So the idea is that these children are spirits that keep getting born in the same family and dying at a young age to cause pain to the family. So they keep going and coming and going and coming.
I'll die every 3 years. Then come back. Die, come back. Die, come back.
Now, I don't know how they deal with it in Nigeria, but in Ghana, the solution most of the time is to mark the children's faces. And the idea is that if they mark their faces, then the gods will reject them, because apparently the gods have certain beauty standards. So if you are ugly, you know, then they can't accept you anymore. I don't think that's a very nice way to start your life, to know that you have been rejected by the gods for not being nice. Of course, I am not saying that people with tribal marks are not nice. It's the gods that are saying it. That's the reason why you didn't die. So it's not me. Also, like, the child will eventually grow up and die, and so if they die, would they be accepted then, or they will still be rejected because they have marks on their face? I don't understand how it works. Maybe it's a children thing. Maybe it's just a children thing. Of course, I'm trying to make a joke out of the whole thing, but the truth is, not everybody who has a tribal mark is one of those people. There are different reasons why different tribes give tribal marks. Some of them are for identification, and some of them are for to scare away the gods. They're not making the people ugly to scare away the gods. The marks just scare away the gods. If you are watching this with a tribal mark, that is not to scare away the gods. Sorry, put in the comments and let's know who you are. We'd like to hear your story. Alright, back to the video. So the prince is born and he keeps playing with his spiritual friends, but then he also falls in love with the human earth, because why wouldn't you? The food is nice and we have women. Also, the Ogbanje place is not really nice. It's dark. You can't see anything. It's not nice. Somebody tries to warn the king, but the king is not having it.
Those are the signs of Ogbanje.
Shut up! You dare call my son an Ogbanje?
But then the time comes for the child to go back to his real home.
You must come back to us. Come back to us. Come back to us.
I am reading on the internet that for some of the female children who are thought to be Ogbanje, they do FGM. They cut off their cleats. Why was that the solution for almost every problem with females? Why were the old people so obsessed with cutting the girls' cleats? Anyway, we thank God they're not doing that anymore. I can't even confidently say that because I know they're doing that right now somewhere. They're still doing it, are they not? Oh my God.
That thing is an Ogbanje.
But in this particular kingdom, they don't do any of those things. They don't mark their faces, and he's a boy, so they can cut his clothes, cut his balls. And that is where our 7 brave warriors come into the story. The only solution to save the boy's life is an egg of life that is in the evil forest. A forest where nobody has ever gone and come back alive. And for a mission like this, the obvious candidates are the trained warriors, the trained male warriors in the land. But the god of the land is female, and so she decides that the females are the ones who deserve to go into the evil forest and go and die.
It is a journey to be made by 7 maidens who can only be chosen by the goddess of the pure and the innocent.
And of course they have to be virgins because Jesus Christ is not the only one who does not like it when you enjoy yourself.
Only virgin maidens are needed though.
And this is why I keep advising girls to break your virginity fast, because if something like this goes down, you are the purest. They're going to be looking for you, please. Okay, so now let's meet our girls. We first meet Oma, who is an orphan who lives with her grandmother.
You should realize that it is a great honor.
Mama, I don't think it's an honor to die.
And her grandma was a warrior when she was younger. This movie is very, very progressive, like very feminist. For a movie back in 2003, wow. They recently made Woman King, and that was the whole thing. But they're making these, wow, that's nice.
I used to be a great warrior, fought many Commonwealth battles. I lost my families and my loved ones.
And then we meet Buchi, and I want you to pay attention to the words she says to her dad over here.
I'll come back.
I will come back. Now, Oma in her conversation was scared. She doesn't want to go. She doesn't think it's an honor to die. Buchi, on the other hand, says she will come back.
But if I don't come back, don't forget me, Papa.
Don't forget me. These are the words I want you to pay attention to. These words are very important to the character. Keep that in mind. I don't even know why she told her dad to remember her, because he's very old. He might be dead before you come back. And if he's not dead, he's probably getting old people dementia or something. Remembering is not a very strong suit of his right now. So we have Nkem, and with her very first words, we know who she's going to be.
Mother, is it wrong to be afraid?
She's filled with fear. She's the scared one of the group. We have Isioma, who is a good hunter.
Maybe because I like to hunt. That was why I was chosen.
Amaka is a seer. She can see things before they happen.
I know I have the gift to see things before they happen.
Chioma is a good cook.
Then, probably because I like to cook.
We have Ego, who says she's a dancer.
Since dancing is my passion, maybe that was why she chose me.
I don't know why she's over there. Maybe she entertained them when they're bored. That's important. Entertainment is important. They accounted for everything in this movie. I'm telling you guys, this movie is a masterpiece, bro.
I think I know why she chose me. Why? No reason at all.
Oh, but you are wrong. You are very, very important to this story. You just don't know it yet.
You have a good heart and a good voice. That's why.
Now, right from the beginning, Buchi is the one who takes the leadership role. Even though they didn't declare a leader, nobody declared a leader, but she seems to be the one taking the leadership role.
Because we all have our special talents and gifts. That was why she chose us. And together, we can make things work.
Now, watching this movie again, my biggest problem now is that we didn't get too much time to bond with the other characters. I think a lot of them died too soon. So Chioma the cook is the first one to get cooked. So there's a god called Ebube who's a whirlwind god, and if he comes around, you're not supposed to move or else he will take you. And Amaka is the one who is able to see him before he comes.
Oh, Amaka, what is it? It's like a wind. Ebube!
Chioma is afraid. She gets scared and screams, and then they take her away. And then the team gets a big blow when Amaka, the one who can see, is taken away from them too. shit is getting real now. Isioma the hunter was very instrumental when they first encountered the zombies in the forest. She spots one of them who was hiding and she's able to kill them and they run away. But unfortunately, she is the third one to go. She sees her mom in the river of death, which she's not supposed to look into, and then she dies.
Isioma. Mama. Ego, what is it?
It seems Isioma is gone.
Isioma, no!
I thought Oma would be the one to die this way because she's an orphan, and seeing her mom in the river would have been more impactful for her, but Isioma is the one who dies that way. And now we are left with 4. And this is where we start to see the reason why Oma is the one who made it back and not Buchi or any of the other girls. Now Buchi is clearly the bravest one amongst them.
You are brave. That's why Ifuru chose you.
But there's one big problem with her. She's selfish. She's not doing this journey because she cares about her friends or the village or any other stuff. She's doing it because she wants to be remembered as a great person. She has this grandiose, personality that a lot of great leaders have, where they want to be remembered, they want to be immortalized, not because they care about the people they are doing the thing for.
Uchi, stop. We've been working for too long. I'm tired. I'm hungry. Please, why don't you stop here and rest for a while?
The journey is still far, so we must go on.
Oma, on the other hand, is the one who shows more emotion and more empathy towards the other girls. And so both of them start having friction because Buchi wants to push the girls in a very masculine, stoic manner. But Oma is trying to relate and empathize with the girls because we are all in the same situation.
Do we have to die first before we get there? And you, stop challenging me. That is if you stop being insensitive. What's that supposed to mean?
And it looks like they both want the same things. It looks like they're both leaders, but one's heart is more pure than the other. And if you listen to Buchi's language throughout the movie, most of it is, we are special and I want to be remembered and we are doing this for, we are doing this for the land and all that stuff.
Is it my fault I was given the responsibility to lead us all? We did not make you our leader. Hey. We have a mission to accomplish here. And our road is still far.
See, Buchi represents the cliche masculine type hero that we see all the time. They don't care about anybody. They just focus on the cause and they just want to go because they want to be great. You think they care about the group, but what they really want is to be immortalized. And like, that's most of us really in this age especially. Is the reason why many of us start YouTube channels. Because I'm not afraid to die, but like, I'm afraid of being forgotten, I don't want to be forgotten. So I have all these videos over here and they'll live forever if the internet doesn't get deleted. But what Oma represents is a more well-rounded hero who still has the focus to keep moving and the strength and the skills and everything, the aggressiveness to fight the enemies and do all that stuff. But she still also has the empathy and caring about everybody else and trying to make sure that the team is okay.
I just want to go home.
You can't go home, so shut up! Stop shouting at her. Can't you see she's scared? Okay. It's okay. You just have to learn to be strong.
And she's not just doing it to look like the leader, she actually cares. And it makes a lot of sense with her being an orphan because before she joined this group, she had no family apart from her grandmother. And even in a scene where everybody's saying goodbye to their family, she's standing there alone until her grandmother comes to her and gives her some tools. And so it makes sense that she has found a new family. And so she actually cares about them because this is the first sisterhood she has been a part of. The first real family she has been a part of as far as we have seen. And so we have this scene with the baby, and this baby is an evil baby, of course, it's the evil first. Now Buchi sees the baby and it's like, you know what, nothing is real, let us keep going.
Looks like he's lost. So what do we do now?
I think we'll leave here now.
But Oma does not want to leave the baby because even though we know this is an evil baby, she still has the thing, the emotion inside of her. And that was almost her downfall.
Can't you hear him? Let's help him. Oh man, no! Remember what the priestess said? Nothing seems as it is here.
Fortunately, she didn't touch the baby, but the other girl touched the baby, and then the baby took her away. And now we come to Nkem. Now Nkem said before that she doesn't know why she was chosen. She doesn't think there's a reason why she was chosen, but she's wrong because Nkem is us. Nkem is our window into this crazy world because Nkem is humanity. She's common sense Any human being would be afraid to do this. They would want to go back home. She kept complaining the whole time. That's what we would do.
Efuru should have chosen somebody else, not me.
But she chose you.
For me, I still think the elder should have been in this forest of the dead, not us.
Yes. This is a task for the warriors of the land. Why us?
But Nkem is driven by pure fear. Like even in the baby scene.
So let's go.
Good idea. Oma, let's pretend we didn't see him. Let's go.
She tells them to leave, not because she doesn't care about the baby, but she's scared of everything. So she's like, let us just go. Because one thing movies like to do is make you identify with the hero, right? The person who is clearly going on a stupid mission. This is a fucking stupid mission. Why are you going to die for a priest you don't know? But when you watch the Egg of Life, the first time I watched Egg of Life, I identified with Buchi. I'm like, wow, this is the warrior. I want to be like her, right? That's what. Like when you watch Superman or any of these superhero movies, you want to be the superheroes. But most of the time, these superheroes are actually the bad guys. They are not solving the problem. They're the reason the problems exist. So while Buchi and Oma represents the masculine and feminine versions of being a hero, Nkem is us. She's like, this is scary. What is all of this? I don't want to be here. We are not built for this. Let's go back home.
I'm tired. I wish I can go home.
And Nkem turns out to be a very important character on the mission because at some point they start fighting again.
We're all going to die.
And I will kill you first if you don't shut up. Buchi, have you no heart? Have you no feelings, Buchi? We've lost four of our friends, Buchi. And you're shouting at her? I'll shout at you if need be.
And guess who brings them back together with her fear?
I say we forge on until we accomplish our mission. Then you can continue on this journey alone for all I care. We go on. And that's fine now. You don't tell me what to do, Buchi. I will! No, you won't. I will! No, you will!
Please, Buchi. Please, Buchi, please. Let's not destroy all we have labored for.
And over here you can tell that yes, she wants unity between them, but she's still afraid because if both of them split, she'll be left alone. And so she has to bring them together so that they don't leave her alone because she's scared. Like there's no mistake in a film, bro. Like the writing is everything works. Oh, Charlie. By an unfortunate twist, Nkem she dies. I'm assuming at this point she wasn't as afraid as she used to be because she's hanging out with the two strongest people and that lack of fear caused her to walk into the coffin. Or she was also hypnotized. One of my favorite scenes in this film was a scene where 4 of them are still alive, and then let me just show it. I don't know why, but I love that scene so much because they showed like spirits who are just living their life. Like those spiritual girls clapping and walking, they're not there to harm them, they're doing their thing. It was like one way to humanize the evil forest, if that makes any sense. I really love that scene. Of course, one of the girl gets hypnotized and follows them, but they're able to pull her back. So, you know, they were not there to harm them.
Forgot what the priestess said. Nothing is real.
I guess the other girl is just weak. The dancer. Oh, it makes sense. It makes sense now. She said it to me. She said dancer. She said she was a dancer.
Since dancing is my passion.
And they are clapping and dancing and so. Oh my god, what a film. What a film. It just hits me. It just hits me right now. It makes sense. She's a dancer, so she would follow them. She would get hypnotized. The dancer would get hypnotized by the dancing demons.
You were dancing with some spirits. Me? Yes. We must get out of here.
Now, one character that I think died too early and was very, very essential to the group was Isioma. That's Funke Akindele's character. She was very, very, very important to the group. She held them together at very, very important points, but you know, she happened to die. I think she should have been one of the people who made it because she also had very, very good intentions. But life is not fair. Life is not fair.
See, that task ahead of us is greater than you, and all of us. So please, let's stop quarreling and be more united, okay?
And now to my favorite scene, and I described this scene in my other video, but I'm going to do it again because I love this scene so much. So the zombies are coming. At this point, they have the egg of life. They have almost made it. They're almost there. They start running. The zombies are coming for them. And then they are trapped, surrounded by the zombies. They're standing back to back. What are they going to do now? And then Buchi screams, "I'm a fight! Oh my god, bro!" I swear, I remember this fight scene way more action-packed than it actually is. When I watched it again, I was like, okay, it was not as action-packed as I remember it when I was a child, because back then watching this fight scene was like, it is one of my favorite fight scenes in the world. Okay, and we've all watched many great fight scenes from Jackie Chan and Jet Li. This one, Egg of Life, this fight scene, this is mine. Okay, this one is mine. I love it so much. And so now they are almost home, but Buchi got pierced by one of the zombies, and this is where her masculine, stoic, I am the leader becomes her downfall, because just like a man, just like the way we are taught to do, she's not fit enough to go back home. She could have stayed in the forest, they could have treated a wound, she could have gotten better and then got back home, but she decided to tough the shit out. She wanted to be a tough girl.
Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Are you strong enough? Yeah. Your strength is my strength. We must get back.
And then as soon as they got back, she died.
Egg of life.
Which is how most men die, by the way. They don't say shit. They don't talk about their issues, and they don't want to talk about their feelings and stuff, and then they end up offing themselves. Jesus Christ. And then when she's dying, right before she dies, guess what she says to Oma?
Fine. Please, don't forget me. Never.
Don't forget me. Her desire to be remembered as a hero has been fulfilled. She got what she wanted, to be immortalized and to be Buchi the warrior who was never forgetting her. Never forgotten.
Never, Buchi. I will never forget you. Don't cry, Oma. We made it.
Oma is the only one who was going to make it back alive from the beginning, because she was the one purest in heart, physically strong, and also had leadership skills. I mean, purest in heart alone will not get you anywhere in life, but she had everything. She was just the complete package. And that doesn't make Buchi a bad person. It just makes her human. We all have different motivations. I mean, that's just it. Another one of my favorite scenes was the scene with the twin sisters of Confucian.
Hold up, guys, and take this. And you don't really have much time to return before you save the prince.
How did they know our mission? I don't know.
How stupid you are to lay your life for nothing. Let them be. And stop discouraging them. Why bother at all to come to the forest of the demons to save the life of a boy that is bound to die?
Mama, don't listen to them, okay? They're the twin sisters of Confucian.
These women really killed the role, and the twin sisters of Confucian sounds like something that I would like to know more of. It made me more curious. Like, what is their story? How did they become the twin sisters of Confucian? Feels like they could make another movie about the evil forest centered around the twin sisters of Confucian, and it would be interesting. And I also like the fact that they sound like the two voices we have in our head before we make a bad decision or a good decision.
This way! This way! This way!
No! Stop!
And so at the end, Oma gets to marry the prince, which is weird. What if they don't like each other? But back then, that did not matter. You married who they gave you. Let me not think about Egg of Life. Did you watch it when it came out? It is my favorite Nollywood movie of all time. And one of my favorite movies of all time, period.